Good evening, my name is Aldrin, and tonight I'll be discussing something that is extremely, or rather, hot topic for students and teachers right now. So, within the first couple of months in 2020, we were met by an unknown strain of from the coronavirus family, which was then called the COVID-19. Now, this virus has halted the global operations as well as the economy. Actually, it freezed the economy from growing. Now, this virus has left people with no choice but to stay inside their houses in order to prevent it from further spreading. However, with the prolonged spreading of the virus, schools had no choice but to resume their classes virtually. Now, the Philippines, we all know that the Philippines has one of the slowest internet connections in Asia, thus making online classes quite difficult for the majority in the Philippines, of the students in the Philippines. Now, with the unexpected spread of the virus throughout the country, most especially in NCR, or let's just say Metro Manila, and the fact that most of the schools in the country is nearing its end of the school year, schools, or rather Department of Education, or formerly known as DepEd, have decided to push through online classes. Now, just a disclaimer, I am not attacking teachers or any students that have insufficient learning materials to pursue this online classes, okay? Just take that in mind. Now, further on in this topic, we're going to talk about the fact that should we continue or rather resume online classes amidst this pandemic or consider students' survival or safety in this situation? Now, recently, Albay 2nd District Representative Joey Salcida told the Commission on Higher Education, formerly known as CHED, that virtual classes should not be conducted during the pandemic. He also added that online classes are not beneficial to students. Now, I do agree with this since it's obvious that not everybody has the insufficient materials for online classes. Even teachers have slow internet connections, which make this decision from DepEd to continue online classes quite questionable. Because if there was one thing students and teachers need during this life or death situation, it's that why do we need to continue virtual classes when we could just temporarily freeze it until the virus itself begins to diminish? Now, a rapid assessment survey showed that nearly 64% of students that reside off campus with varying degrees and modes of internet connection, or rather modes of learning, are actually experiencing anxiety from not being able to pass their requirements on time. Now, this is quite controversial and concerning. Recently, there's this news that I have read somewhere that a girl was found in a mountain, or rather in a high place, leaving her family just so she could grab some good internet connection so she could pass her online requirements. Now, this is quite concerning, not only for the mental stability of students, but also the decisions of DepEd is very not, it's not good, because there's this pandemic that is completely dangerous for everybody's health, and DepEd is starting to, DepEd keeps on pushing the idea of online classes. Now, my stand here is that we should temporarily freeze online classes in order to give way for students to prioritize their health, because it's simply not applicable for everyone. Even teachers, they don't have enough materials in order to pursue these classes and activities. And like what the Albay Mayor representative have said earlier, that online classes are not beneficial to students. And it's true, it is not beneficial anymore because students are just passing requirements for the sake of passing, not for the sake of learning. And that's something that we should take note of in this pandemic, not everybody has the access to internet. So yeah, that's my stand in this topic, and I hope you guys enjoy that. Thank you.